This conference will now be recorded.
Thank you guys. Thanks for joining this today's demo session. The Selenium for Performance Tester. We have stitched together this course pretty much tailor made for enabling our performance tester into the automation. There are two um, use cases for this. One, in many places in today's DevOps world, we see requirement where there are going to be small teams, couple of developers, couple of testers, and there is no luxury of having uh, many automation testers and many performance testers for a single application. So there will be maybe one or two in each of this area, and they are expected to do the all the testing by the same team by themselves, right? So maybe in a particular sprint there might be a lot of performance testing activity where automation testers are supposed to support the performance team. So performance team will own the activity, but they can get support from automation team, and vice versa. In a particular sprint, or there might be a lot of work in creating the automation scripts or executing it, where automation SMEs will drive it, but our performance testers or leads should be able to support them by creating scripts or enhancing the scripts. That is one use case. Second is from a shift left early performance perspective. As a performance tester, how can we leverage the existing automation scripts to get some kind of a early indication without even we create our JMeter or load in a script? How can we go and use the existing Selenium scripts, or how can we create our own scripts for a simple flows and bring in the single user performance or low volume test execution using the Selenium scripts? Those are the two use cases that we are seeing in current market, in with the current expectation from the project teams. Okay, so to meet that requirement, we have designed this course where a performance tester, if they wanted to get basic knowledge about Selenium, a basic knowledge about Java, and then using the Selenium script, how to get the certain important metrics and how to integrate Selenium with load runner for a low volume execution, is what we are trying to cover it using this small course. And as well as if there are any functional automation testers, if they already know Selenium, but if you wanted to learn how to use those Selenium script to inject these performance metrics and get the end user experience early performance validated, it will be useful for the automation testers as well. Okay, so both performance testers and automation testers, it will be useful for you to upskill yourself or cross skill yourself. Okay, so probably you might be already doing all this NFR scripting, low test executions, analysis, and reporting, right? Now if you wanted to move to the next level, there are certain things which you can upskill or cross skill, right? Like cloud, DevOps, site reliability engineering, performance engineering, SDET, and the full stack QA. The one which we are talking about is the full stack QA, where I was mentioning about all these things, right? A same person, a same automation tester or a performance tester, how can they um, cross skill so that they can increase the knowledge and contribute more towards the project? And that is very much expected in the today's market as well. If you look into this T-shaped skill set, right? You have one knowledge with a depth of knowledge, right? If you are already a performance tester, you might be very good in JMeter or load runner, executions, analysis, all these things. You have a deep knowledge in that. At some point of time, you should also be able to expand your knowledge in a broader way. So, say security testing or automation testing or any kind of other testings. And automation testing, of course, it's very much needed in every project. We think that for a performance tester, it is very important for them to learn the certain aspects of automation testing, and that is what we are trying to uh, bring it as part of this course. Okay. So in the performance testing, right, we already been doing the scripting, enhancement, execution. From automation testing also, it is pretty much same kind of a process. You do scripting, you do execution, you do reporting, right? So there is nothing different what we do and what automation testing team do. Only difference is for the performance testing, the way the scripts are going to work, it is based on the HTTP request and response, right? You click something and there will be 5, 10, 20 requests that will be sent to the server, and you get a response back. So that request and response is what you record it in the load runner or JMeter or any load testing tool. Whereas in the automation testing, it is it is straightforward. You click something, you don't need to worry about what request goes, what response comes. You just record the whatever you click on the screen. You click login, you click sign out, you click registration, you enter some text, whatever action you do in the UI, that will get recorded. Okay, for every button, every text field, every link, there will be a unique object, unique element ID. That is what you will try to record it and then replay it. Okay, so it is going to work on your UI, your HTML objects, whereas the load runner or JMeter is more from simulating the request and response. Both is going to send the request in a different way. That's a difference, right? But since in Selenium or automation, you are doing the click directly, all these correlation kind of a concepts does not exist. Okay, so comparatively, the complexity of script is a little less when it comes to automation testing. Okay, and more importantly, today with the single page applications, the backend calls, simulating, recording, and correlating the backend calls are becoming much more complicated. That is why load runner is also having the true client protocol, right? So the difference between your performance testing scripts and automation scripts are these things. The performance scripts work in the backend calls, request and response, whereas automation testing scripts are going to work directly on the UI elements. But the process wise, you have to do a recording, you have to do some enhancements, and you have to do the execution. Performance testing scripts are going to be used still for your concurrency testing, right, load testing, where you need to simulate thousands of users. But with automation testing, you cannot use the automation scripts for 1,000 users or 500 users, because it is going to open up the browser and it is going to do the real user navigation, right, which is not going to be possible for those many users. And so which means for automation testing, it's always going to be 1 user or 2 user, 3 user, right? That is why they prefer UI level scripting, and we prefer performance, the HTTP recording. That's a basic difference between what they do in automation testing and what we do in performance testing. Okay, so it is not going to be too difficult for us to learn it, but of course the automation testing is a Selenium. You need to know a little bit of Java, very basics of Java. You need it more from a template based scripting, right? You don't need to know any hardcore Java. If you know the template, if you know the few syntax, that is what we need to know in order to go and create scripts, use script for performance testing requirement. You're not going to be a hardcore automation SME, right? That is not an objective of this course also. You're not going to be immediately a super expert in automation testing. No, you would be able to support the automation team in certain way. You'll be able to understand the basics, how the scripting is done, how to enhance the scripting. All these basics, you will do it, you will get it. And also how to get the performance and metrics from the Selenium scripts. You will be able to learn it from the course. Okay, so this course, which is going to run over probably 5 to 6 hours, right? These are the topics we are trying to cover. It's going to be exhaustive sessions, lot of topics, but all these things are going to be make you a little bit comfortable on this area. You're not expert, you're not going to become expert, but definitely you can confidently take up the work in your project, answer questions in the interviews. Okay, so this is how this various sessions are segregated. It's not in terms of number of days or number of hours. It's a logical grouping. 7 sessions are, in fact 3 sessions are logical groupings. Okay, so session 1, the concepts of automation testing, very basics of Java, basics of Selenium. That is very important for you to know, so that you can go and do the scripting. That is something going to be first session, which might start tomorrow. Session 2 is going to be more of what software we need, how to set up these softwares in your machine, on the dependencies, all in terms of these softwares we will discuss, and look into various softwares that is available in my machine. And then we'll go and use an IDE, your Chrome IDE, for doing the script recording. We'll try to understand what are the various ways we will locate the objects through which we will be able to go and click the page. We'll go and develop the Selenium script from Eclipse. We'll enhance it, and we'll include some dependencies, in dependent jar file to a Selenium project in Eclipse. It's more about scripting and recording and setting up your software. And then session 3 will go and enhance the script. Like any other script, you need to go and enhance it with some exception handling, error handling. You need to include some screenshots for failures. You need to include some reporting frameworks. And then we'll go and do the execution from a command line or from the Eclipse. Okay. Then once we now understand, learn about how to do the recording, how to do the scripting, how to go and navigate between different flows, then we will try to understand some basics about the client-side performance or end-user experience. How do we use the developer tool for performance? Understanding the navigation API, Paint API. Those are the important APIs that is available in your browser for you to gather a few metrics. We will also understand some key client-side metrics. And then we'll move on to how to get these metrics from a Selenium script. We'll go and integrate with some of the proxy tool like BrowserMob proxy. We will inject the JavaScripts into the your Selenium to get the performance metrics like your load time, page size, and your number of HTML elements, CSS, JS. So various performance analysis from a end user perspective, from a client side perspective, we will try to get it from the Selenium script. And also we'll try to get the R file that we'll use it for waterfall analysis from the Selenium as well. Okay. And then we'll also go and try to learn how to integrate with the LoadRunner tool. We'll go and install some plugin in Eclipse where you can inject LoadRunner transaction marker, like start transaction, end transaction, within the Selenium script. Then we'll go and generate the class file and then integrate that with your LoadRunner controller to execute it for a small volume of test. Okay. And then if time permits, we'll also try to see different frameworks that are available with Selenium, like TestNG, using Maven for your dependencies, few things that will make your job a little easy from a Selenium framework perspective. That is also we'll try to learn at the end if we have enough time. Okay, so at eye level, this is what we're trying to cover it for the in the 5 to 6 days of course, maybe starting tomorrow. That is the schedule we have it. Okay, and it's going to be at the same time between 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. So it will start tomorrow, and for any questions, for any registrations, can reach out to Kumar sir. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly show you how this is going to work practically, right? This is going to be more of a practical sessions. We're just not going to use slides. Yes, we will use slides for some basic concepts. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty much in the Chrome tool plugins and in the Eclipse, right? So we'll use a couple of programs. We'll go and create a couple of programs and we'll execute it using Eclipse. We'll try to understand, learn how to import the jar files into your Eclipse, external jar files, Selenium jar files, and we'll go and create these programs. Again, when I say programs, you don't need to worry. If you don't know Java also, you don't need to worry about it. It is not required for you to know Java to learn Selenium. yes, if you already know something, it is well and good. Even if not, it is going to be a kind of a template based scripting only. You have to use certain things in a certain way, and you can easily make your script working. And then from there, you can start expanding your knowledge on Eclipse or Selenium in a wider way. But to start with, to write one single Selenium script with whatever I'm going to teach, that you can easily replicate even if you don't know the Java already. Okay, so that is what we will try to achieve in the course as well. So you don't need to worry if you don't know Java. Don't think that you will not be able to learn. It's going to be very straightforward. You can use the same set of line syntax, okay, and you can modify the URLs, and you can still go and run the script for whatever application you want. Okay, so I just ran this script, right? I got this the load time, page size, number of CSS, number of videos, images, links, all these things. Similarly, say if I'm going to execute another one to get the HAR file, right? I'm going to get a HAR file for the waterfall analysis, for the all to record all the network calls. Okay, so I'm just running this, and I should get a HAR file for whatever site that is running, right? First, it is launching one of the jewel shop, and then it will go and launch the Amazon site. Okay, and then once it is launched, it will gather the HAR file in the background. Okay, so while it loads, I'll just take a pass. Guys, if you have any questions. If you have any questions, yeah, please put it in the chat, or you can just unmute and ask the questions as well. So it has launched the jewel site, and then now Amazon.com. It closed, and if I go to this folder, C dev, okay, you will find a couple of R files. At 856, now it generated two R files, right? And then if I go and open this in the, I'll just go to R file viewer. I can upload this R file. Let me not use this. Okay, I'll open the Amazon. Okay, so you will get a complete analysis of all the requests that are fired, and the request response, all the details. You will get it along with the timing as well. Okay, so these are the things we are going to learn how to get these client-side performance automated using your Selenium script. First, we'll go and record, try to see how to import the Selenium jar files, how to make use of the Selenium ID to locate different objects in your HTML page. So all these things you will learn it from the day 1 to day 5 or day 6. Okay, so I'll just take a pass here, guys. If you have any questions about the course content or course session, yeah, please feel free to ask now or later. Or if you have any questions on the registration, you can also reach out to Kumar sir. Okay, if there are any, if there are no questions on this, guys, we can connect tomorrow. In between from today to tomorrow, if you have any questions, yeah, please reach out to me in the WhatsApp group or separately. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks a lot for taking your time. We'll meet again tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll start with the automation testing concepts, and then a little bit about the Java, just a basics for us to get started with the Selenium scripting. and then we'll also try to learn the Selenium basics, and we will go from there. Okay. Fine, guys. Thanks a lot for your taking your time. We can connect tomorrow. Yeah, I'll stop the recording. Thank you, guys.